Hello, Internet, and welcome to another fabulous Friday of fun and excitement and death and destruction and Tomb of Annihilation. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of energy going on today, so whatever. Obviously, we are missing a prude today, prior obligations, etc., etc., but next week. Let's go ahead and go around this table and let everyone introduce themselves. Who are you? How are you doing? And who are you playing? Start with Mr. Singularity Josh.
Hey, I'm Josh. I'm doing not good today, but here we are. I'm playing Artem Agartha, a Tabaxi Rogue Monk multiclass.
Noise. Uh, Neve.
Hello, I'm all right. I play Sandfire, who is a halfling bard of lore, and I just run around shouting obscenities at people usually, to be honest.
Excellent. Rob.
Hello. Yes. I am playing Baylor Agatha, the brother, Tabaxi Catboy brother of your boy Singularity Josh. I am a barbarian who is just dope as fuck, mate. It's just dope as fuck. That's all you need to know. It's dope as fuck.
Tasha.
I am Tash, your burrito. I'm playing Ilhak, the bird with the fantastic ideas like, let's kidnap this casket. Yeah, that's about it. I'm pretty sleepy, but I've got energy drinks, so hopefully that will fix itself. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, well, without further ado, let us make our way into the Tomb of the Annihilations.
Dun dun dun.
So, last we left off, there was a split in the party as the majority of the party were left up on the primary level where y'all were exploring, but as the only member of the party who could fly, Ilhak chose to descend through the mouth of this gargoyle set into the floor and investigate the tomb below. There was a bit of a description which I can recap for y'all if y'all would like. And yes, there was some investigating being done. Would y'all like a recap of the room? Okay.
Please.
So, description for the room, which, 4 torches illuminate stone sphinxes crouched in the corners of this 15-foot-high room. The torches cast flickering light across the hieroglyphs carved into the tiled floor. At the center of the room, on a gold inlaid funeral barge, stands atop. At the center of the room, a gold inlaid funeral barge stands atop a 3-foot-tall stone dais. Resting on the deck of the barge is a small golden sarcophagus decorated with horned rabbits. A dark shaft opens in the ceiling directly above the barge, which is where Ilhak came in, while to the south, a corridor is visible through a set of fangs carved into the wall. The skeleton of a dwarf sprawls on the floor east of the barge, clad in a tattered yellow turban and dusty chainmail, clutching a bronze shield. So Ilhak had investigated the dwarf, and
Found some expensive as heck diamonds.
yeah, found some diamonds, and yeah. And then I think you were going to investigate the sarcophagus next?
I'm still up on the primary level, I'm pretty sure, so...
Yes.
Yes, I would like to investigate the sarcophagus.
Alright, so you're gonna fly up over onto the barge.
Yes, now having had a better look at that floor and the floor tiles, I will fly over and not touch any of them.
Yes, so I'll show this again to everyone at home. That is what the floor looks like. Basic layout of the room. Right, so you are looking at this sarcophagus. Okay. What are you doing to investigate the sarcophagus?
Is it sealed? Is it on a little pedestal that's raised, so I wouldn't be touching the tiles to step down
yes.
from the top?
If you check the handout again of the floor, a hieroglyphic floor handout.
I got kicked
that I
out of
showed?
Rock 20 for no reason.
Okay.
Give me 2 ticks.
Yep.
Yes, I have it open now. There's definitely like a pedestal that I can step
Yes.
on.
So there's a big stone pedestal, and then there's the barge, and then the sarcophagus sits inside of the barge. It does appear to be sealed. In fact, it appears to be solid gold.
Okay, any inscriptions?
Mm-hmm. Nope.
No inscriptions.
Nope. It's just carved with little horned rabbits.
They are very cute little horned rabbits. Do all the sphinxes look the same?
Yes.
What about the purple shit that was here?
That is like some purple moldy fungus type stuff that lets out puffs of gas, and it smells like reeking death and farts.
Lovely. They're both entrances / exits that were here. So the one behind the dwarf was blocked with a stone, wasn't it?
Yes.
How much is left of the dwarf? Was he skeletal or was
Yes, he is skeletal.
Okay, no way to see how he died.
You weren't with us, I don't think, when we solved this puzzle, but I think it's just click for me. She wasn't with us when we were the Almirage team, correct? Yeah.
That is correct.
I watched you guys play through. See, I don't need to hop on anything. Now, knowing that I can't fly through the mouth where I came in,
you can.
Because it's
I mean, you can fly up to it and then climb through it.
Yeah, because it was too tight in there to actually for me to fly.
Yourself, yeah.
So I'm gonna do that and basically explain what's back in there. And
right. So you're gonna head back to the second floor.
So there is definitely another way in there, but it may fall closed.
If you explain what's on the sarcophagus, I think Kirk might need to send me a message.
Jackalopes. Well, not a jackalope.
Yep.
An Almirage, I think they're called in this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think Kirk might send me a message.
No.
A cute little bunny.
Yep. So you relay this information back to the group.
Let's just move up a little. I don't necessarily know if it is a good idea to be poking around down there on your own. If you are injured, there is no way for us to get you. None of us can fly. Me and my brother can climb, but by the sound of it, it might be a little out of our reach if you are on tiles or... We encountered similar puzzle before, and if you guess wrong, it is very painful.
And just imagine how much worse it would have been if Zadie had actually gone through with her idea of going in first.
Da, it is good that you went in first, I think, but I think it might be reckless.
We already entered the temple. We were wrong when we entered.
I incline to agree, but there is no sense in putting us through more risk than is necessary. Especially if there is no clear-cut solution to what we are attempting. And it involves leaving 4 of us up here and 1 of you down there with no way to give you aid.
Then the solution is next time we have to do something like this, we'll drop down a rope. I was starting to get really tired of stuffy temples. Not trying these things means not getting out.
We may need to gather as many resources from these sarcophagi as possible. We've gained many boons from the others.
Sadly, that one's made out of solid gold, or to me, it seems like it's made out of solid gold and it's in a boat, not a, wagon we could pull. So I think that one's staying where it is for the moment.
I think by the sound of it, you would need my help to get it open.
Maybe. There does seem to be another entrance, but that's blocked from the inside. There was a corpse. I don't know if it died of starvation, being down there for too long, or if it encountered some kind of trap in there. It wasn't obvious, and I wasn't about to start stepping around on little tiles to see what would happen.
I think that is wise of you. Sandfire, you said that we gained many boons, which is partially true. It seems it is. Some of these boons have evidently come at a cost to us.
I would not disagree with that.
Just a finger in the air moment, bearing in mind that we had to physically knock out Baylor. Like, it is not inherently necessarily always good. Also true, but I'm not going to out myself like that. But like, I'm looking at Baylor as I say it, knowing that we had to restrain him and like knock him unconscious.
It's also, when we had to jump through the blender blades. Yeah, we could have lost a lot more.
Duh, it's true.
Okay.
Well, if we have dealt with one of the tombs here, we do not know what is happening with the wine room. We do not have a clear solution for the devil head. We should head further in.
Can I just clarify the anatomy of this room, Kirk? Sorry.
Sure.
So the opening, does it drop straight down to the sarcophagus, or is it like offset?
Yes. Nope. Straight
it
down.
Would straight down onto the ledge. We could climb down. We have enough rope.
I wouldn't recommend it. There's, another spiral staircase to go down, or the big square area to go down. So looking for the proper entrance, finding a way to perhaps lift that block. It may be, timed. There may be a trap which makes it drop.
It reminds me of Amorage temple. And if you remember, to disarm those traps, it took me an hour to do a 5x5. And it sounds that by what Ilhak is saying, that there is many more than that.
Let's skip this one. Let's just go down to the next level.
I can always fly over it and people can instruct me, but I can't see that much. I'm not inclined to see traps or wander through weird ruins. That's more Zadie's job.
And I think losing you would pose a greater risk than anybody else, as you are the one who has the gift of healing.
Oh, I thought you were going
as
to
well as the
refer to
gift
my
of
wings.
flight, which is helpful in other circumstances, but you are predominantly the person that keeps us alive. To lose you in a room that
Which
we
is
have...
why it came back up before touching anything weird. And purple and moldy. By the way,
this
there's
is
purple mold down there. Forgot to mention it. It smells gross.
Being familiar and stuff with traps, Kirk, and mold being like a PHB trap, generally speaking, am I familiar with purple mold?
Nope.
Okay.
To be entirely fair, there has been a rotting corpse down there for God knows how long.
That's so fair.
It may just be nasty.
I mean, to be fair,
Or what he died of.
Josh doesn't know what purple mold is. I just know that like brown mold is a thing and it's in the PHB.
Probably
so I thought I'd chance
something
my
that
arm.
grows in an abandoned uni flat.
Probably.
I mean, brown mold also technically isn't a trap. It's a creature.
It's a living organism. It has feelings. It doesn't.
They are left to be, in pure semantics, fine, but they are purposely left in places as traps.
I mean,
so
depends on the adventure, but yes. All right. So, what is the plan, my friends?
I say we go down a level because there may also be a clue how to get past the tiles down the other side of that door.
Well, can we maybe find another? If we go down, is there going to be another little plaque with clues?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You can tell that the energy drink is starting to kick in.
All right. So is the plan to head downstairs then?
Yeah.
Duh.
Cool. All right. So as y'all travel south, back around this banister, the stone block for the tomb down there is still open with the cart wedged in the doorway. The zombies that are chained, because of the way the chain is pinned, are about halfway in the room, and they're trying to get back towards the door to get y'all, but, the chain is stuck, so they can't reach, and they're kind of standing kind of where the cart used to be, trying to reach out and grab y'all, because by this time, Turn Undead has faded. But y'all are able to get past the cart and head down the stairs, and I will go ahead and move you. I'm not going to take Cruise token at this point.
You can tell me to ask Prue next week, but what did Prue get from the cart? Was it like jewelry?
Yes.
It was some form of jewelry. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it was different jewelry and gold things, etc. and whatnot. Yeah.
Found a dagger or something. That's all. Okay.
No problem. No, there were no weapons. All right. So, will the marching order be what? Who's going to go downstairs first?
Who has the glowing pebble?
Z does.
Zadie has it.
All right. Because I know it swapped hands whilst we were exploring the upside down.
Yep.
I mean, if you want to say that you have the pebble for now,
No,
because I'm not bringing Prue's token along with y'all.
I mean, also
I can also just reuse the cantrip and put it on something else.
Yep. So I know Sandfire has a lantern. Who wants to be? Does anybody else want to be carrying the light then?
Could you cast light on the little wick kind of thing inside my lantern?
Sure.
Because then it still acts like a hooded thing.
Yeah, you can.
And then Kirk doesn't have to go and fuck about with.
I just gotta change the light settings because light is 2020.
It just needs to be with one of the people that doesn't actually have, night vision.
Yep.
Yeah, the brothers are fine. The brothers can see in the dark.
Why the?
All right. So marching order. Who's going down first, second, third, fourth?
I'll put myself somewhere in the middle. I definitely I don't want to be first.
Baylor won't be going first.
You said won't be?
Won't be, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess.
Well, this kind of puts me in a rock and a hard.
First.
Thank you, because that puts me in a rock and a hard place otherwise, and I'll go second.
Sandfire, then
Artem,
then Ilhak, then Baylor.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, boss.
As Sandfire starts walking off.
Stop! I'm trying to move y'all.
Oh, sorry. As he moves, Sandfire goes like, "What is with everyone today? Honestly."
Today, you still remember what day it is?
It's a figure of speech.
We've also had a real fucking long day. Like, we've been down here and exploring for like a while now.
Oh heck, you're the only person who hasn't acted weirdly.
Let's hope it stays that way.
I hope so.
At least until I reach my next level in cleric.
So I'm going to move y'all over to this map, and then I have
gross gun
text.
Purple mold.
So let me.
There's a plaque there as well.
Yeah. All right. So as you descend, you can see that there is this mold that smells like rotting corpses and occasionally releases these clouds of spores.
Something that I should have maybe done sooner, but I will want to do now. Can I do a medicine check on it?
You want to inspect the mold?
Whilst using my clothes to maybe cover my beak or something, because I assume that gas it's farting or something isn't going to be particularly good for us.
All right. So are you going to get in front of the group and inspect it, or are you going to wait until after you get down onto... Because right now y'all are on the stairs going down.
I will... Can I see it from the top?
I mean, you can see that there's mold there. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the thing before I'm gonna accidentally cause everyone else to die by exposure to some weird mold shit.
So you're just gonna kind of fly over them and hop in front of Sandfire to go inspect the mold?
Yeah. With relative safety. I don't exactly have, PPE face masks.
Yep, that's fine. Okay. So you go to start inspecting this mold, right?
Oh, crap.
And a fart of spores lets off a couple feet away from you. But you start looking down, and you realize that little stalks emerge up from the mold with eyes in them and look at you.
I may have misidentified this mold. It has eyes.
Does it have a name?
Why don't you come down here and ask it if it has a name? It has eyeballs. I haven't seen a mouth yet. Maybe that comes later.
Sandfire's going to go down the stairs a couple of stairs. I think the answer is going to be no, but has Sunfire ever seen anything like this in all the tombs that she's explored?
Never.
No.
Can I still do a medicine check?
Sure.
Look, you're more qualified than me, and I'll give you Bardic.
I just wanted to know if it's going to. Well, that's a roll. If it's going to kill us.
Add your Bardic, bud. You might as well just fucking milk it for everything it's worth.
It's up to you. Do you want to add your Bardic, or are you good with the 20?
I will add my Bardic and hope for the best, and still get
1d8.
a. You don't know what this is.
Yeah.
Right, roll your.
It's 1d8. Tash.
Oh. I'm sorry. The monster has hit me very strongly, so my brain.
Nice.
Wow.
21. Okay. Cool.
What a waste.
all the
I'm so
difference.
sorry.
Hold on. With a 21 medicine check, you are able to determine that this is a living organism of some variety that you are not familiar with. It has eyes, which is unlike any mold you've ever known, but the consistency of it is mold-ish. Go ahead and roll me a nature check.
Nature, I'm not good at. Can someone who's better at me at nature maybe assist?
I have a +3. I'm down there.
Sandfire's helping you. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
I can roll in your stead as well, I think.
Yeah. She's already rolled now.
Oh dear.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, that's not
So,
bad.
with a 19, you are relatively sure that whatever this mold is, it is not natural.
Can I get a piece of dried meat from my rations and just drop it on the mold?
Sure.
Does it just sit on the mold, or?
It sits on the mold for a while, and eventually the mold starts to creep over it and grow. Imagine watching mold grow on meat and then speed it up. It's not a process that's fast. It's just like natural molding, but much faster.
It's quicker than real life, but it's not quite sped up kind of thing.
That could explain why dwarf was a skeletal remains rather than fleshy.
I don't have any bones on me, unfortunately.
I mean, to be fair, also like natural entropy is a thing, so.
Mm.
If he's been down here for 100 and something years, because bear in mind the other thing, like the other person that we found on that level was also skeletal, and he had no mold near him. It's just been a long time.
But to be fair, he was also a goat. I will assume nothing has anything to do with normal circumstances in here. We also,
Could we safely walk past this mold, or is it kind of like
over? It's along the walls and the edges of the floors and stuff like that. Like you can pass through it. You can mostly not touch it if you want to, because it's mostly just clinging to the walls and the edges of the floor where the walls meet.
Okay. If we get to any place where we have to touch it, I'm going to cast Mage Hand and kind of brush it away.
Yeah.
Is it just flesh that it eat?
we don't know. Want to chuck it something?
We know it's organic.
Call it a name?
I shall name you Squishy and you'll be my friend.
New pet of the group, some fucking mole.
Yeah.
That may or may not eat us.
All right, so
imagine if this is just the offspring.
You want me to go first, Ilhak, by the way?
Yes, sure. I just wanted to make certain that that gas wasn't immediately going to kill us.
Okay, so I'll give y'all the description for this corridor that y'all are coming to. Obviously, there's a plaque over there that y'all can see or should be able to see further down the balcony. But this hallway, two hulking figures stand in alcoves alongside this long hall, facing each other. Armor is bolted to their flesh, and they wear bucket helms and spiked gauntlets. Iron collars around their necks are connected by a spiked chain that stretches across the corridor.
This corridor.
Mm-hmm. These two alcoves have figures in them, which they are flesh with armor bolted to it, and they each have collars with a chain, a spiked chain that connects them. So basically, at neck height, there's a spiked chain going across this corridor between two figures standing in the alcove.
Sunfire's just gonna go there and goes, "Hello."
Are they like sewn together flesh, or is the body whole from one source?
One source, as far as you can tell, there's armor heavily attached to it, so it's kind of like a figure that has broken plate mail attached to it. Like you can tell there's flesh because there might be missing a knee piece of the armor here, or I'll just I'll show you.
Nasty.
Cool.
Metal as fuck, but
that's cool.
They look real friendly, guys. I don't think we'll have any issue with them.
Sorry, while all of this is actually happening, Artem has gone to the plaque.
He's fed up with us looking at them.
Okay.
Well, we know that those are helpful, Maybe there is an answer.
Alright, so let me give you the plaque info.
I don't want to just start bashing down this team and then not actually know what's here.
No, definitely.
Okay.
Or at least going completely blind, that is.
So I'll give you the handout. Walk through water with weapon in hand. Slake your shadow at the font. The vulture is the first step. Write the gods. The walls of history tell all.
what does the word slake mean?
Quench or satisfy one's thirst. I've just googled it myself.
Okay, there's a fountain upstairs. On the first level, there was a fountain with lady statues.
Be honest, I can't remember last week. But I'll take
Because
you
there wasn't anything obvious that we could tell with that fountain at the time. But that would be pretty far off for us to trek back, so I would say maybe investigate down here first.
Walk through water with weapon in hand.
The walls of history tell all. Look for inscription on walls.
Is there any obvious markings, or is it just stone on the walls we're in?
Just plain stone.
Just plain stone. Cool. Right. This is time for neat speculation. Write the gods, the walls of history tell all. I reckon that's saying right the wrongs that the gods did, maybe? Because it says certain ones are at fault because they fuck things up, allegedly.
Most of these as well have full stops after the end of them, which means that they are separate clues. So walk through water with weapon in hand is a thing. Write the gods is one thing. The walls of history tell all is one thing.
Hmm.
And we know from the first two that every sentence is a clue about a room, more or less. So just bear that in mind.
Yeah, they've all been separate. Sorry, I just looked at the others. Okay.
I would suggest we have a look around the entrances of all these areas first and look if there are more weird faces, anywhere to put the skulls we've collected so far. Has anything happened to the skull key that we obtained from the Upside Down?
No.
The vulture as the first step is a clue for the Amorage room, because there is a vulture on those tiles.
Yeah, and beyond that is a dead dwarf. So I'd like to know at least steps 2 and 3 before going in there as well.
Preferably also 4,
That's fine,
5,
but like
6, and 7.
I'm just saying that's what that clue is for, so we know what that one's for. That's fine. Before we start like galaxy braining about it.
Tomb of Annihilation is exactly only for galaxy brain moments.
As we've come down the stairs, Kirk, we've come down the left side of the wall, so the Armirage room would be in front of us, effectively, in theory.
It would be to
It was
the
on
north.
the west wall. So yeah, and we were walking from west to north down the stairs. Or south.
No, the orientation of this is the same, Neve.
Yeah. It would be the north.
It's up here.
Yeah, okay. I wonder, when it says walk with weapon in hand...
We need to see the rooms before we can start speculating about clues, I think. Because otherwise we'll be here forever speculating without actually seeing anything.
I mean, the whole time y'all are standing here, y'all will notice that various patches of mold will grow eye stalks that look at you. And
Did
then
they blink?
go away. Yeah.
The only thing I'm wondering is just that mold needs water usually to grow, and there's a corridor and it's walk through water with weapon in hand. So I'm wondering, is that a way to get past these two dudes? If we don't have a weapon out, will they attack us?
So you notice there's like mold like literally growing everywhere down here.
Ah, okay, shit, doesn't matter, ignore that.
So
it's on these back.
No?
It's on these back walls as well. I can see it because of my night vision.
Yep. What you want to do?
What did you say? Sorry, Baylor.
Down?
I wouldn't go beyond that chain that's connecting the two flesh golems things, flesh armor things, because I think that's a very good way to activate them.
Okay, well, shall we try explore other side of this level before we perhaps go past these flesh?
So I would suggest
armors.
I can just about make out the next entrance there.
Okay. Alright.
Is there anything down? Because we assume that up here is
there is the steps continue to go down. There is in fact, hold on a moment. Let me double check.
Do you mean a room,
something.
Rob? There is a room down here. I can see a corridor.
Yeah, down here is the room that Brio is in upstairs, right?
I mean here, the one on the pole.
So I will tell you now that y'all are on this level. Baylor and Artem can actually see down to this floor level, which is where the stairs end down there on the next floor. So I will actually give y'all some description for that.
Oh shit, boy. God.
At the bottom of the grand staircase, a resonant mechanical rumbling emanates from a dark shaft opening in the middle of the chamber in the floor. 4 cylindrical stone pedestals surround that shaft, each 10 foot tall, 5 foot wide, and I'm not going to say that part because y'all aren't that close. Squatting atop each of the pedestals is a large 4-armed gargoyle. So basically, let me get back over here to the objects and token layer. And so basically there is a big hole there in the middle. And then there is basically a like a circle pillar each thing that reaches up not quite to this level, but from this level, even Sandfire and Ilhak, because of the light, can see these 4-armed gargoyles on top of these pedestals.
The Elven notebook, the satyr curse dude, had something about 4-armed gargoyles.
I just read it. It said that the party was separated after an incident with a 4-armed gargoyle. That's what it said. I've just literally just read it. So.
Well, I didn't want to go back and read the full thing because I know Zadie only wanted to impart certain parts of it.
So, because y'all are looking from above, each gargoyle is contained within a square made of metallic tiles embedded in the top of its pedestal. Starting with the northernmost pedestal and going clockwise, the tiles are copper, silver, gold, and platinum.
Well, the sarcophagus in the bunny room is gold. What are the items?
The bronze one.
So, yeah, because we have the staff, and what is Zadie's pendant made out of?
I don't think we ever saw it.
That room had a bronze shield in it, though.
It did indeed. We didn't take it because there were little people on it shooting at us.
That one at the very top that Baylor wouldn't let us go in, was that silver? Was that crystal?
Crystal. Okay. We have some concepts. Let's. Okay, where the ring would be, there is no entrance there.
So,
on that side,
if you're looking up north into this corridor, I'll go ahead and give you all that description. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, bum. Right, I have to scroll through a lot of stuff. There's a lot of information on these floors. So, in the corridor to the north, a huge carving of a snarling jackal's head protrudes from the wall at the end of this corridor. A chamber is visible through the gaps between its fangs.
Wasn't there something blocking that as well? Because there was one entrance which had the big block, and then there was something with teeth that I could see.
Mm-hmm. You could see out through, but you couldn't get into.
So I'll point it out. Like, yeah, that's, you can look into the room from here. But now to figure out where that other block was, because that would suggest another way in / out. Can someone who's I assume Pippa's come home.
Yeah, sorry,
I'm just wondering if someone who's better with traps can have a look at the snarling head so that we can maybe figure something out, because I want to know how that stone moves, or if this is supposed to be, one person is looking through and giving instructions, whereas there's someone on the inside doing something else. There's, as I'm the only one who's actually seen the inside of that room, I'm just gonna plonk myself here, but then the light is being funny.
That's because Sandfire's around the corner, and Sandfire is the source of light.
No, you kind of need to be where Baylor
is.
There you go.
Can I have a look through and see if anything looks different to when I was inside?
Sure. Okay.
Is it gonna munch on my head?
You, like, the gap between these fangs is only like 2 inches wide. But you can look through and you can see the room almost exactly like you remember it.
Almost.
There's a major difference, which is immediately recognizable to you, and that's the fact that there is no skeletal corpse on the ground. And as you're looking through, you also notice that there's no stone block in the opening to the east of the room. But after about 10 seconds of looking, you notice these things, and then you see a dwarf dressed in a yellow turban and wearing gear, carrying a shield, step into the room, and a stone slab suddenly slides up into place, blocking off that entrance. He brandishes the shield in front of him as he treads cautiously across the floor. A loud click sounds out as the dwarf steps onto one of the floor tiles. Then a deafening buzzing rise as locusts pour out from the mouths of the Sphinx statues, quickly engulfing him. He tries to fight them off to no avail. When the cloud of insects vanish, nothing of the dwarf remains except its bones and gear.
Nope, that's some of the mummy shit. Fuck that.
I'm just wondering how this leopard gullet can look into the fucking past. If anyone would like to see the wrong solution to that room, you can have a look. However, thank you. Like there's a little prayer to the god of wind that I follow, going like, thank fuck I can fly. Because no, thank you. Munched by locusts.
So coincidentally, Ilhek, you know that the one tile you stepped on in that room was a vulture.
Okay, so only the first step is the vultures, because that was, I wanted to land next to the body.
The dwarf, yeah. And it was coincidentally a vulture tile that you landed on.
Was it the first one straight out, or was it a different vulture tile?
So if you look at the handout, you landed just to the left of the skeleton.
Just to the left of the yeah. So it's vulture space vulture. Where's the next vulture from that? Oh, that's a good question.
You could make that. You could make it to the next one. It's like an L to the left. But then the next vulture, you definitely can't make that. Well, you can fly, but
well, it's vulture space vulture, then up left, up 2 and left 1. There's another vulture, then 2 spaces, and to the left there's another vulture, and then you're right at the pedestal. Even if you don't want to make that diagonal jump, but I don't know if that is the correct solution, and I don't want to get eaten by locusts. Okay, so when you enter that room, the side goes up. However, it has been up for a very long time. So I don't know if it's gonna, if there's a button outside that makes it go down again. Okay, suitably traumatized and confused. Let's go to the next one and see where the entrance to that slab area is potentially.
Yeah. So where y'all heading?
Well, further around, I would guess.
All right, y'all go ahead and move.
Do you want me to go first, Baylor?
Oh, I was just moving.
He was off.
All right. So as you come around this balcony, you can either go down the steps down to the ground floor, where those pedestals are, or there is a corridor down here to the south. It just looks like a 5-foot corridor. It tees off down there at the end. You can see that. Okay. So, to this side over here. Oh, shoot, didn't want to do that. This side over here, the hallway ends, but you notice there is a small crawl space in the wall to the north, down there a little bit. Let's see if I can get size for this crawlway.
There is too much crawling and going into things for my taste. Too many teeth to look through.
So yeah, no, it's a crawlway. Medium characters could crawl through it, but there's not a lot of like you would be squeezing through it, but it won't impede you. Small characters basically follow the same rules. It's a little less claustrophobic for a small character, but yes, there's a crawlway there, and the passageway. Let me see how far you can actually see. Nope. The passageway continues off towards the east as well.
I think I have something for this. Sandfire's gonna put the lantern down where she stood right now.
Okay.
And then she's gonna cast Reduce on herself.
Okay.
Making her a tiny creature.
Okay.
But I'm doing this as close as I can to the alcove away from the mold.
Okay. All right. So, go ahead and put Reduce up in the chat for me.
Oh, jeez.
There's a
Concentration for a minute. You're obviously willing because you're casting it on yourself. Everything changes in size. Okay. Size is half. That makes you tiny. Your weight is incredibly reduced. Cool. You have disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Okay. Cool. All right.
Cool. I'm going to errata what I just said. I'm not going to drop the lantern. I'm going to hold the lantern.
Okay. Yeah, because otherwise
it shrinks with me. I assumed it wouldn't shrink with me. I didn't want to go, oh fuck. But if it shrinks with me, I'm going to shrink with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
If not, I could put light on you, I guess. No, it has to be inanimate.
Makes me blind if you do that. That's why there's a deck save for light, if I remember correctly. It's because people were casting light on people's eyeballs, and it would make them blind, basically.
All right.
I guess it's a cool party trick. Like all of a sudden, act like you've been freshly possessed by something.
I've been touched by blood.
All right. Well, I can't shrink you down to tiny at this moment, but I know you're tiny. So you going into the alcove?
Yeah.
You should be able to move your token up. Okay. So it curves off to the west. And as you move down there, you can see ahead of you the face of a snarling minotaur is etched into a sheet of iron that bisects the crawlway. Its eyes have been cut out, letting you see through the sheet beyond, which the tunnel continues onward.
Stupid question. The little is it dry when I'm walking through it? Like, there's no water, is there?
There's no water. In fact, there's no mold in here either.
I'm gonna walk towards the Minotaur if I select my fucking character.
Okay.
And look through.
The hallway continues on and turns back down south.
Is there a way to slide the sheet of metal?
Maybe.
Can I give it a go?
Sure. How would you like to try to do that? In fact, roll me a perception check.
I am going to use. It's only. Fuck. Literally the worst roll for a halfling. Shit.
Okay, so let's see
You have
here.
the lucky feat rather than the lucky feature. I mean, I thought you had luck points. That's what I'm asking.
Wrong character.
Yeah,
I've got second chance.
So you're fairly sure that this sheet can slide up into the ceiling. You realize that it would be difficult to get a handhold, but you could do. Yeah, I mean, you could try to lift it, but you also know that in your current state, your strength is greatly reduced.
Ruling question. If I cast Mage Hand, can that go through walls?
It can't go through walls, but you can see on the other side, so you could cast it on the other side.
I'm just thinking, could I cast it effectively like at the bottom and lift it up with Mage Hand?
Mage Hand can only lift 5 pounds. It's weaker than you are.
Damn.
Mage Hand does not lift, bro.
It's 10 pounds, but I'm guessing it's more than 10 pounds anyway.
Never skip hand day.
Well, that sounds like you should shrink Baylor. Tiny pocket.
Y'all can crawl through here. That's what I'm saying. The crawlway is big enough for y'all to crawl through. It's just you're squeezing through, so you can't like move at full speed. You would move at half speed.
Do you guys fancy coming in? It's actually quite safe in here, I think. There's no mold.
Yeah. So
I think that would be the nice
Baylor
place for mold.
can slightly step over the shrunken halfling.
yeah, you can
We try
definitely.
and move the thing.
All right, so you're gonna try to lift the.
Did you figure it out to be a lift or
Yes.
slide?
Lift.
It's a lift.
Okay.
All right, Baylor, roll me a perception check.
Blah. 18.
Baylor. So you are quite sure that you could probably manage to lift this sheet. After testing with it a bit, you realize there's some resistance, so something is pushing down on it. You also realize that the bottom edges of this metal plate are sharpened. So while you could potentially lift it up, there is a chance that if you fail, you could lose some appendages.
Sheet is more like a blade, huh? Is sharp, and there's pressure up top. If I fail, I may cut myself or lose something.
A very strange place for a guillotine.
Da. Is there perhaps a switch about?
I haven't seen one.
Sorry, Kirk, I missed a lot of this because of the dog. So what? Are they looking basically at like a trap that's like a disc or like a plate?
Yes. So basically, they're looking at like a metal sheet plate that has 2 holes cut into it.
Cool.
Yeah, it has a minotaur etched onto it, and basically the holes are the eyes of the minotaur.
Okay.
And yes, they know that something is pressing down on this plate, and the bottom of the plate is sharp.
Cool. Right. If I can get past Ilhak,
I will move.
cool. Wherever these guys have gone.
I currently cannot see, can I? So
You
I'm
cannot
quite
see.
happy to be moved by
They
people.
went down this way.
Cool.
There's a crawl space. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, my brother's blocking it up. My lord, can we do a swap so I can take a look, please?
So this place is a place where y'all can't actually pass each other. Y'all would have to back out and then.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
So
yeah,
come
to
back
save
out.
time, I will move y'all if y'all are willing to do that.
Oh yeah, I've moved out.
Okay, cool. Yep. Go ahead and move Artem in. Sandfire can stay there because Sandfire's tiny and you can actually occupy her space.
So can I do the road thing and see if I can
Yep,
work out
so
what the mechanical deal is with this trap?
You can roll an investigation check.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. So
Just those
yes.
good old art and rolls, those good classic art and rolls.
So you realize that this is a trap in some manner of speaking, but in its current position, it is impossible to disarm.
Cool.
Because you realize that essentially what it is it's a metal sheet that is sharpened on the bottom, and there are springs set somewhere in the stonework up above it, pushing it down.
Sure.
So maybe if it was lifted, you could find a way to jam the blade up. You're not sure, but there's nothing, like, without a chisel and stoneworking tools to actually chip out the stone and retrieve those coils, you can't stop the pressure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright.
Can you try lifting it through the eyeballs of the bull and then jamming something underneath?
It wouldn't need much for me to get under.
So, like, all right. So here's the thing, right? So it's a tiny crawlway, right? So like you'd be on all fours climbing into this, and it's meant so that like when you're there, like basically your head is almost touching the ceiling of this crawlway. The eye holes are in the thing. So like you could probably lift it up, but if you lifted it up, the eye holes are only like 2 inches from the top, so you'd only be getting maybe 2 inches of leverage.
Yeah, there's not really any place to actually leverage it.
Yeah. I mean, Baylor probably could lift it, but it's not without risk.
I'm gonna whilst that's going on, I want to be looking out here as best I can at the walls, like in the immediate vicinity.
Yeah.
Just for
I am blind,
anything.
so I am not doing shit.
It's just their basic walls. They are covered with, they have that mold growing all over them. Let me. No, can't quite see anything beyond that. Okay. Yep.
To my best estimation on the trap,
Mm-hmm.
how high are these? How big are these springs likely to be? Are we talking like they're like on the floor above us, or are they like in the immediate vicinity?
You can't really tell.
Okay.
You just know, like, they're obviously somewhere within the stonework between here and the previous floor.
Brother, do you think there might be switch out here? Hidden in wall? I'm not adept at seeing. I just see normal wall.
I can have a look.
I do not
I
think
don't-
lifting this is safe option. There might be
don't-
other way in, no?
Even if you lift it, I don't think there is a way through. You'll only get
Da.
a small amount.
Da.
That can shoot me down for this one, but I have a crowbar that has a curved end. We could slot it underneath and then use the crowbar to basically leverage it up
Jimmy it
safely.
up, potentially.
You could potentially try it.
But then
Is-
if you knock the crowbar out, someone is crawling through, they're getting cut in half. It's just happening.
If someone holds the crowbar and I can go under, or we go.
Like even without my possession thing, that's very risky. Like
There could be a
The
switch on the
thing
other
is,
side.
where is it going to lead? It's going to lead beyond where the two flesh monstrosities are. So there's another way in.
I also know that, like, yes, there are like quote unquote bad things down that way, but there is an entire avenue of this floor that we have not explored.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like one facet. If this becomes a sticking point for us, we might just be looking in the wrong place. There might be a way to leverage this elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we should move further in.
If not, we come back, we use crowbar, lift, whatever, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can make yourself tiny again. Tiny one.
Once more.
So you're gonna let the spell fade and go back to normal sandfire size?
I'll drop the hand. I'll go back to my normal small self.
How long have we been like exploring and doing stuff? How many hours has it lapsed? Are we like getting towards a long rest?
So y'all long rested on the first floor, then did a tomb, then came down the stairs, explored that avenue,
Did the
did
upside
that
down
thing, did the upside down. Yeah, y'all could probably be getting close to a long rest. I mean, it's hard to tell time in here. There's no sun or anything of that
that's
nature.
fine, but I'm guessing there is a point where you just physically start to feel kind of tired.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering how long from a long rest we are.
Yeah.
Not that it particularly helps me, but it certainly helps Ilhak and
Yeah.
Sandfire. So
I will say, like, y'all feel like y'all have been exploring for a while. Not quite like a full day exploration, but
like another question, how long does it take us to, like, if we were literally just to walk up the stairs to the top floor,
Mhm.
and then how long would that take us? Are we measuring this in hours or is this measured in minutes?
if you literally just walked up the stairs all the way up the floors, you could literally get all the way back up to the first floor in like 20 minutes.
There is mold on this floor. There is murderous zombies on the next. May I suggest that if we plan to take a long rest, we just walk back all the way to top? That seems safest.
If we do it, is possibly better
Let's-
to now rather than later.
I think it is question for spellcasters. I think we are fairly
It
fresh.
does give us an opportunity to have another look at the fountain and some of the other things up there that we didn't quite understand at the time.
Da.
I'm for it, just to have a look.
For a rest as well, and I've got enough spell slots to protect us at least a little bit, and I am not comfortable sleeping down.
So y'all start to hear some splashing through some water. And then there's a skeleton with a stone block protruding from its head.
What
heads
shape?
down this hallway.
Time to get him.
Pentagonish.
Um,
It sees y'all, and
Legs
it moves back.
I'll cast magic missile.
Okay.
I'll cast it at first level.
Okay.
Um.
8 damage.
Okay. It's still moving.
And I cast guiding bolt on it.
Okay. Yeah. So it explodes.
Fourth level, holy shit, Tasha.
What?
You cast it at 4th level.
Oh, jeez. Well, that's a waste.
When it needs to die, it needs to die.
So yes, it explodes in shards of
I
bone
was scrolling
fragments.
through my spell list, but I guess at the moment it really doesn't fucking matter.
Holy crap, your damage was like my dice rolls, just like one.
Yeah, there were so many ones in there.
Holy fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was 4 ones in there.
Yeah, 6, 6, 4, and then the rest were all ones.
You know what? Now I don't feel so bad for using a 4th level spell.
Oh,
It's
well,
alright.
let me make you feel worse. It only had 5 hit points left.
I only wanted to cast Guiding Bolt at first level, but or at the first level that it shows up in. But I was scrolling through, not looking properly, and it's like, whoops, there it went.
Yes, so yes, this is 3rd floor, so that should be a pentagon skeleton key. To whoever wants to go retrieve it from down the hall.
Someone that can see me.
I'm
Is
going to
this
get
water
this
here?
far, see the water, and I'm going to cast Mage Hand and grab it because I'm not going to the water right now.
Yes. So yeah, you get down here and you realize that the entire hallway down here is flooded. It's not like super deep, but just there's water running, and you can hear running water. But the floor is definitely covered in several inches of water. But yes, you can grab the skull head.
Cool.
So add a pentagon skull key, skeleton key to your inventory.
I, for some reason, already have one, which is square-ish. I'm guessing I have a duplicate one by accident. Pentagon.
I don't know. I thought Baylor had the square one.
I could have given Baylor the square one, to be fair.
Baylor
I don't
ripped
recall
the
having
head off
anything
of.
like that.
Well, Baylor's the one that grabbed the square one because that was the one on the previous level.
We encountered the square one twice.
Yes.
Once
I know.
in normal world, once in upside down
Yes.
world.
Z has the one from Upside Down World.
What's the one from the top? What?
Triangle was from the 1st level.
Who has the triangle one?
I think that's in Z's bag. I'm not sure. But Baylor might have ripped the skull's head off and gave it to you. I don't know. As long as one of y'all has it, doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, I think we found a starting place at least. There's water.
Explore that way and then take rest, or do we want to take rest and explore when we're done?
The fact it says weapons drawn may mean there's problems down there. So it's up to Ilhak.
Not better to rest up so you can.
Yeah, I would
cast
suggest
better, no?
resting now that I've used a 4th level spell slot on something dumb.
Okay, we go up then, no?
Yeah.
Alright. So, are y'all just basically gonna hoof it up the stairs all the way back up to the 1st level?
Yep, where we rested before because it seemed relatively safe.
Okay.
When was it a room that we rested?
Nope.
No, we rested in a corridor.
Y'all rested right outside of Moa's tomb.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. Okay. All right. So the objective is just to head upstairs and rest outside of Moa's tomb.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all gonna take watches or?
Yeah, it seems sensible.
So as y'all get up here, y'all realize that it is not actually nighttime yet because y'all still see the beams of faded light through the ceiling, etc. You're probably getting close to sunset, however, because it's, you know how like sunset takes on that more orangish hue to light. You've kind of got that going on up here, but everything up on the first level is lit in these dim orange hues. So,
I'm gonna cast Tiny Hut.
Okay.
Just to give us a little more protection.
Okay. All right. So, watches are just trusting in the hut.
I
would argue that watching is a ritual, and therefore I will be partaking in that.
Mm-hmm. Always watching.
Okay.
I'm for doing watches simply because we have seen things shambling through these holds, and if another skeleton thing or the undead from downstairs decide that they're sick and tired of those chains and decide to try and, get through, there are things there that we can keep an eye out for.
Sure, we also saw like some weird dwarf thing here on the first day as well.
So
the stuff sure.
Just gonna kind of share this handout with y'all and remind y'all the kind of vibe you're getting on the first floor.
Cool. That's very pretty.
Cool.
That's a good piece of artwork.
All right, which is coincidentally what I'm using for my background. All right. First watch, second watch, third watch, fourth watch. First watch, perception check.
I think traditionally the brothers take the middle watches because of night vision.
Yeah, because once the light goes out,
yeah.
I'm pretty scuppered.
So yeah, you go if you want, and then sound like the last one.
Perception. Ooh. Did that roll? There we go.
Okay. So, first watch passes. You don't notice anything going on. It's kind of creepy because there's this like glow coming from inside of the mouth behind y'all in this hall that y'all are resting on. But other than that, nothing really weird. Second watch.
Probably autumn. 24.
Ooh. All right. So, Artem, as you are taking watch, there's the weird glow of that crystal skull behind y'all. And, like, okay, you look in there and you don't really see anything else going on in there. You turn around to look out over the balcony and everything because, whatever. And then you see it. Movement from the floor below you. It's a figure. It's a figure you've seen before. The last time you were up here? Yeah, you're sure of that? Let me grab the thing that'll. No, I had. A faster way to find it. Da, 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 da.
Oh, there he is. The ball.
So yeah, you see that walking on the balcony below you, and like the balcony below you is where y'all jutted the cart out, and you see him walk out of the southwest corner. So he either came up the stairs from the floor below, or he came out of thin air. But he walks out, and then another one walks out, and another one, and they start pushing the chariot with the sarcophagus back into the room.
These fucking assholes. They're the tomb janitors.
Kind of. Yeah, I'm just going to observe.
Okay.
I can't not.
So, they are doing this, and it takes most of your watch, because like they're pushing this thing in and they're straightening stuff out. Like you can hear them moving around down there. You can't see them because they go into that room. But then you hear like a grating and chain moving, and you hear the as that giant stone block resets after they step out of the room.
Unjimmied the chain as well. Interesting. And then where do they go after they've reset the chain? Do they just disappear back into the aether?
So if you head over towards the balcony and kind of keep crouched, I'll let you roll a stealth check to watch them. I don't know if you want to leave the safety of the bubble because it doesn't go out very far.
I feel fairly safe up here, honestly. And
Okay.
I've got
So
very good stealth, so...
You want to roll a stealth check?
Obviously, yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, 14's nothing to laugh at.
I mean...
So...
It is when I add 13 to the roll.
Oh my god.
Let's see here. Okay, cool. For those at home, I just want to point this out here. This right here. Okay, cool. Y'all see that? Excellent. All right. So, as you are sitting next to this balcony, looking down, the stone wall in the southwest corner opens up, and they go in there, and then it closes. And that is the end of your watch.
Cool. And then I will head back to the bubble then.
Okay.
Kind of jostle my brother awake. You ready to take watch, Baylor? There are dwarves or similar in here with us. That was what we saw 2 days ago. And they moved the cart from where we'd pushed it and unset the Jimmy line and then disappeared into the wall. So just keep your head on a swivel.
Like spirit.
No, like secret door. So just keep your head on a swivel.
Duh.
And then I'll go into the bubble.
Okay.
And then do my rest.
Right. Ooh.
24.
All right. Baylor, you really don't like being this close to Mal's tomb. Mal, whatever. And that creepy glow from that crystal in there just irritates you. But you keep looking out for these dwarves that your brother saw. Nothing. Your entire watch passes with no incident. Last watch. Sandfire. Oh, why do you have to take a watch? We're in the safety of the bubble. We could just sleep.
I'll say Sandfire's just probably too busy trying to tune her drum. She was just going. Dun, 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 dun.
And then you see it. A crew of 4 of these tomb dwarves literally walking right by the end of this hallway carrying a large sheet of crystal. And they walk past you, don't care that you're there, walk down the corridor, all the way back to the front end of the tomb, to the room where y'all shattered the crystal to get in, and begin to do work.
They're just umpa-lumpas, aren't they?
You know, like escape room employees that have to reset everything once you've ruined it all.
That's another crystal sheet.
God damn it, these idiots. We tell them nothing here requires force, and what do? Break it all.
So, yeah, that you can watch them, like, you obviously can't see them working because you don't have vision out that far. And now that it's night, there is no light up here. But you can hear them. You can hear them resetting this crystal pane into the thing. And then just like shortly before dawn, before the end of your watch, they walk right back past you. And actually, they don't walk past you because the stairs come from a different way. But across the way, they walk past. And then they head back downstairs. And you don't know where they go because you can't see that far. So, yeah. That's that. Y'all have completed a long rest.
So Autumn probably wakes up like probably before Samfire's watch is done, and then unrolls like his little like prayer like mat / like scroll thing, and kind of like tucks himself away somewhere and like begins kind of like going through his like daily ritual, you know, putting his like pieces of like, you know, like reliquaries and stuff out, and, you know, saying his litanies and all that sort of stuff, and begins to go through his prayers.
Cool. All right. So
I have lost the long rest button. Someone explain to me where it is.
Right at the top,
the top of your
on
D&D
like
option.
the black pane of like your character, or I don't know if it's because it's like dark mode on mine, but like on the pane where your like character's name is, that like section
Just above the inspiration box.
above the inspiration box.
Nope. I have beyond 20 there. Quick settings.
It should be next to that.
Nope.
Well, you might need to reload. Which you can do during the break, because we're going to take a break now. So, yeah. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be back in 15 minutes to, I don't know. Do something inside the tomb, because they can't get out. Anyway, see you all in 15. Bye.
What if anyone was speaking to me? My headset's
Okay,
headphones
yeah.
decided to die.
Okay, hi. We are back. A long rest has been successfully had, with some interesting viewings throughout the night. A glimpse into the behind-the-scenes world of the Tomb of Annihilation for the party. And let's go ahead and well, what the hell do y'all want to do? If the answer is go back to exactly where y'all were, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at.
Cool.
Maybe have a look up the fountain up here before we go. But I am fine with going exactly where we were.
We can look at fountain, but I do not wish to be on this floor any longer. Opposite, and Baylor points to whatever it was. His name's Moa's Shrine.
Right. So y'all want to
It's
head?
been outvoted. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So as y'all go around the balcony to the original hallway that y'all came in, y'all can see that the crystal pane is back in place in the tomb at the end of the hallway. Yeah. And then y'all head back downstairs.
Where we see that the chariot has been moved.
Y'all get down to the second floor, and the stone door is back in the south wall. The chariot is no longer there. Did y'all want to look around for anything on the second floor?
So it's this corner, right, that I think I saw them.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So literally as we go through, I will just have I will make an investigation check of that area to see what I can see.
Okay. So roll with advantage because
I know
Z
it's there.
will help you as well.
Where was that on my fucking stealth roll? Okay, 26.
Yep. So there's a secret door there.
Cool. And then I'll just point that out to Baylor and just be like, see, and kind of run my claw over the seam.
So y'all know, y'all pass this door here, and the zombies are once again trying to bite y'all through the head-sized holes in the door.
Yeah.
But they have bits and chains in their mouth. So yes, do y'all want to open the secret door and explore here, or go back down?
We can try the wine room again. I saw them replace the glass pane down the corridor there as well.
That's not the wine room. That was the crystal where I got my ring from.
So
that was what you saw.
If y'all go look down, at the wine room, stone block is gone. There's no wine anywhere that y'all can see. The light is once again glowing. Well, it never stopped glowing here. Yeah, it's as I originally described it.
This is where Dwarf came through, huh?
Down here, and then I'll point to where the where the zombie room is. I saw them fix the door, and then they removed the python from the runner, and then disappeared through there, and then show him the seam of the door. And then Sunfire just said that she saw something as well. You say
with this numerous time we've seen something come from here, no? With this cheer, huh?
Well, it would be the third time I have seen them twice.
Bird, what do you think?
Well, up here on the second floor, we never found something that, linked to the frog clue. So maybe that's where those dwarves, those fixers, those mysterious things that you guys have been describing have been coming from. We could, evidently, they know how to reset these traps and have passages through here that allow them to pass by safely.
Duh.
I wouldn't assume that they'll be nice to us and just let us tramp through their little walkways, but I think that there is an opportunity here to maybe use the walkways that the architect has put in for what evidently seems to be maintenance workers. I'm just wondering how they survived down here.
I think they are dead, so they do not need sustenance. They look pretty
dead. I can work with.
You also don't sleep.
They don't sleep, they don't eat, they don't breathe.
Well, I am the only one who didn't see one of these because they came out after dark. And
did Baylor see one on the first day when I pointed it out?
Nope, Baylor's not seen him.
No. So I think you're lying.
That was where I showed you the team in the door to like.
I don't know what you're pointing at, brother. I think you're going mad.
Well, you said you had a crowbar.
Sandfire has it.
Yeah.
It's just half the size she is.
Jam it under the thing and see what.
So, are y'all going to investigate this secret door down here?
I would give that a go and see if the maintenance staff of the tomb is gonna ruffle stomp us into the ground.
I think Ilhak is right though, that caution is required here, because I don't think that they would appreciate us busting down the door, so just be aware.
Okay. Alright. So, knowing the door is there, you're able to look through the walls, and with your investigation check, there's all these carvings on the wall, and it's pretty prevalent throughout most of this tomb, of like these skull figures and all this stuff. And as you're looking around, the tongue on one of these skulls presses down, and the door clicks and starts to swing open, and you can open up this door. And I will take some dynamic lighting off.
Oh boy. Should we actually move down there?
Yes, y'all should get into the order y'all want to be down there.
Artem, you're muted.
Artem is either first or second, because Artem at one point was literally touching the doorway. But if you've got the crowbar, probably you first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me, because I was like...
So, I will read the description as this door is opened. Behind the secret door, water fills a carved stone font.
Okay.
Slake means like quench and stuff, didn't it, Josh?
Mm-hmm.
Wrong floor, though. And slake your shadow. Which I think, judging by the clue, it looks like you need to get so close to the light source that you would not be casting like a single shadow or whatever. That was what I interpreted that to mean without any of the data. But like that's kind of where I'm at with that's like your shadow at the font.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Yeah, this is also the wrong floor.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna approach.
Yeah.
Okay, gonna approach and look into the water.
Yeah.
All right. As you approach and look into this font, the water begins to swirl. Eerie light emanates from within the basin. Slowly, an image resolves on the water surface. Roll a d6. Cool. The image that appears before you is an image of in black and white, and there's a figure with metal armor bolted into its flesh, attached to a chain that's coming from outside of your field of vision, almost directly under it, across a hallway where there is mold on the walls.
It's like a viewing.
Either that, or it's like it is either a view, or it is like the pool in the Throghemus temple, the Grung temple, where I had to jump through the pool and bring the light around. It is. It is either that, or it is a passage.
Could somebody possibly go down to that corridor? Don't go past the armored things, but see if I can see you in the pool.
That would be leaving.
I thought that was in front of the flesh golems, guardians, whatever they may be called.
Human guardians, I think they're called.
I will cautiously step down, because it's like right on the left-hand side by the stairs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
I don't have a light source.
Isn't this also geographically where those springs would be for the trap, for the plate?
Close-ish, maybe. You're not entirely sure. It's
I'm also not really in the room like this, so it's literally just a little 5x5. Okay.
So, Sandfire, you've been standing here. Y'all have been having this conversation. When suddenly the image shifts and the view changes as it swiftly looks up at the ceiling, and then the surface of the pool explodes, and a hulking figure wearing plate armor and a bucket helm heaves itself up from the font with a chain around its neck, pulling down into the portal. And initiative.
Oh dear.
Well then.
17.
Well.
Okay. So, everybody's rolled initiative. Yep. All right, let me sort this into order. Let me change up some music. And, right. So, Artem. Sandfire is standing next to this this font when all of a sudden this being, which looks pretty familiar, bursts through the water.
Okay. And is it like, am I about to get a token in front of me, sort of thing here? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I mean, it's in the pool, but obviously
that's fine. Well, that's fine.
crosshair.
In the pool. That's fine.
Yeah.
I think grabbed Sandfire, or did it just pull itself, like start like?
So far, it's just burst out of the water. It hasn't had time to act.
In which case, then I will move 5 feet forwards
Okay.
and Sandfire by the scruff of the neck, and just like pull her backwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, y'all can both move back 5 feet. Unless you're planning on pivoting Sandfire and tossing her down the stairs.
Not tossing her down the stairs, but if I depending
set
on
her on the stairs.
Yeah, like basically, I want to give enough room to put like basically my brother in the way of Sandfire because
so
he's a barbarian.
You want to basically. Yep. All right. So
that's
there you
as far
go.
as I can go.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yep. All right. So that's your turn. Baylor.
Baylor's going to rage.
Okay.
And imagining I can't just slide past Ilhak.
You can. It takes an extra 5 foot of movement, as long as Ilhak doesn't try to impede you.
Nope. He is fine to attack the thing that's about to come crawling out the water.
Cool. In that case, I'm going to run up to it and try and sort of put it back into the water as if I'm trying to drown it.
Okay.
Think.
Roll an athletics check. With advantage because you're raging. 26.
26.
Okay. Cool. So, yes, you are managing to push this thing back down into the water. Yeah, it is under the water and struggling against you. Is
Awesome.
there anything else you would like to do?
So I'm holding it down there. I want to see if I can punch it in the head.
Okay.
But I'm worried that's going to allow it to come up. Or can I just do like a quick bam jab and then...
So, yeah. I mean, you have this thing grappled.
Right.
And so that means that you have an advantage on attacks against it. So, yes, it's totally a thing you can do. So you can make an attack.
Let's do that then. 22.
So 22 does hit it. You punch it straight in its armored head, and it doesn't appear phased.
This is taking a lot of beating.
All right.
That's me, though.
Okay. Sandfire.
The Sandfire did the sensible thing or the stupid thing.
There is very little space in there, so
She does the semi-stupid thing. She's gonna go past Baylor. No, past Art, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I've got 30 feet movement. Could I make it to the bottom of the stairs and look around the corner?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll do that. Look around the corner. Are they still in the alcove? I can see the chains,
So,
can't I?
as you look around the corner, there is one of the figures in the alcove with a chain, which goes up to the ceiling and is disappearing through a pool of water in the ceiling.
Cool. Would that be my action to look, or is that I could claim that as a
No,
bonus action?
I'll give you that for free.
Cool. I'll use my dash action to come back up the stairs.
Okay.
And I'll shout at Baylor, "You're doing a good job. Keep drowning it, please."
Okay. You giving him Bardic?
Bardic.
Yeah.
Da!
Okay. All right. So that's Sandfire's turn. Now, real fun.
The other one's gonna come up the stairs.
So it is grappled. So I don't think it cares that it's grappled. I think it's just going to make its attacks at disadvantage against Baylor. So a 9 does not hit, and a 9 does not hit. Well, yeah. That ends its turn. Elhek.
I am going to use spiritual weapon and plonk that next to it to bonk it on the head.
Okay, you should have spiritual weapon character sheet thing in the in your journal.
Drag and drop it in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there it is. Sorry, I'm gonna need to ask for some light to move because it is making placing it down difficult.
All right. I mean, it's a small room. It doesn't really matter what square you put it in. It'll reach it.
Okay.
All right. So a 23 hits. Or I'm pretty sure. Yes. 23 hits for 11 damage. Okay. So
does it look worse for wear?
Bonk this thing, and it looks like it might have put a slight dent into the armor. Maybe you're not sure. It thing's pretty beefy and hard to tell.
It's also
tell you what. Because it's grappled, you have it's melee attacks. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, I mean it looks like it's taking some damage. It's hard to tell. Baylor's drowning it.
Yeah.
Or attempting to. Alright. Anything else? Spiritual weapon's a bonus action.
Yeah, I was just reading up to see if it's a bonus action or an action. But what can I do? What's I'm doing?
You can cast a cantrip.
Which one of these is best against that? I am going to cast Word of Radiance on it.
What's Word of Radiance again?
You utter a divine word, and burning radiance erupts from you. Each creature of your choice. So
it has to be within 5 feet of you.
That you can see within range.
Which is 5 feet.
Sure, I'll take a couple of steps forwards into the room. Still in range.
Yep. All right. Okay. So
I'm just hoping that it will be
Constitution saving throw
affected by radiant
with advantage. 19 beats the save.
Yeah, boy.
So takes no damage. All right.
How does the radiant damage affect it compared to?
It doesn't take any. It made the save.
Sorry, brain.
All right. So that's you done.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Artsum.
So I will come past Sunfire. 10 feet. Can I sidestep through here? Can I like get like that?
Yes, I will let you.
Cool. So then so it's 10 feet to come through to Sandfire, 10 feet to come through to Ilhak, another 5 feet to come to here, and then I'll make an attack.
No. So it's 10 foot to go through Sandfire, 5 foot to get into the square on the opposite side of Sandfire, 10 feet to go through Ilhak.
I'll feel an agility. It literally doesn't matter. It's fine. Like,
all right.
Fully doesn't matter.
You have advantage anyway because your brother has it grappled currently. Okay.
There you go. Oh god. So an 18.
18.
Don't think that
hits.
Oh, does it? Cool.
Yeah.
23. 3? Yeah.
Okay. So your blade slides into this thing and it doesn't seem to care.
Period. I don't think we can fight this. And then I will like I can get out of there with the rest of my field on agility, right?
Yes.
Is that as far as I can go, or do I have a couple more squares?
Let me finish counting. You have a normal movement speed of 30, right?
Yeah, and then field on agility is like a free dash.
Yeah. So you have 5 more feet.
Cool. In which case I will come 5 more feet there.
Okay. Baylor.
Yeah, like Artem would have shouted, I don't think we can hurt this, like that was in character.
So, Baylor, you've had this thing underwater now for 6 seconds. And there's something that you realize. There are no air bubbles coming up from this water. So either this thing is really good at holding its breath, or it doesn't breathe.
We are still appreciating the advantage there.
I'm going to pull it out.
Okay.
Still grappling it
Mm-hmm.
and trying to restrain it as best I can, but I'm going to put it straight out of the water.
Okay. This is what I will tell you.
Please.
You try to pull this thing out of the water.
Yeah.
And you get it about halfway up, so its torso is out of the water, and the chain goes taut. I will allow you to make a athletics check with advantage because you're raging if you want to finish pulling this thing out of the water.
Hell yeah.
Okay. 27? Cool.
Hell yeah.
You manage to pull this thing up out of the water. The chain is still tight, like super tight, and heavy. Way heavier than just this one body. Almost twice as heavy as this body should be.
It's just its body hanging from the other. Well, they don't breathe, so it can't.
So, what else would you like to do? You wanting to try to pin it down and restrain it further?
Question.
Yes.
2 questions, if I may.
Yeah.
Does it look like it's making any attempt to kind of hold on to things or like get away or stop me from pulling it, grabbing it?
No.
Okay. And second question, do I possibly think I've got enough chain to basically pull this guy over the edge of the rail and just, throw him over essentially?
So, you're not sure.
Yeah.
Because you know that the chain between the two of them was about 15 foot long.
Right.
You have no idea what will happen because the other one's not here. You don't know what the issue is with this chain.
Okay.
It's just the other one just being pulled against the ceiling like bonk, bonk, bonk.
All right, I'm gonna shout. I will drop him over the side, and I'm gonna basically take him over to the edge, the whatever this is called. Jeez.
So you can't move him through Ilhac space because then there would be 3 people in a space, and that can't happen.
Of course. Okay.
So you would have to wait until your party moved.
This is fair.
Okay.
So
I don't like you still have an attack action left. I don't know if you want to punch him again before because obviously you won't be able to do anything on your turn until your next turn.
Why not? Right.
Okay. You can.
And that's
so
an advantage, isn't it? Because he's still grappled.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He's literally immune to the damage you deal.
Yeah, take that 17.
I mean, that would have hit him.
Damn.
But he just doesn't care. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm all done.
Sandfire.
Sandfire's going to go back down the stairs.
Okay.
What's happened to this other thing?
So, the other thing is currently hanging 5 feet off of the ground with the chain going up into this watery pool in the ceiling.
Is it distressed?
It doesn't seem to care.
It's kind of just like hanging there kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll shout back at the Baylor. Drop him in. Drop him off. Good idea.
What?
And then I'm going to
Stay downstairs? Or use a dash? Come back up?
I'm going to stay downstairs. What is it I should do?
I don't want to move you to another map. If you want to just go ahead and move your token down to the bottom of these stairs.
Yeah. No, there's nothing I want to do with my spells or anything.
Alright, so is that you done?
I'll do a dodge action.
Okay. Alright. So his turn. Make some attacks against Baylor with disadvantage. Will a 17 hit you, Baylor?
My armor class is 17.
So yes.
Yes.
So you take 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
as
nice.
he just you're gripping him, and he just basically takes his arms and just slams them against your ribs. But the 12 does not hit, so yep, that's his turn. Ilhek.
So far from what we've seen, physical attacks aren't really doing it. I am looking through my spell list and going, what can I use on this? Sorry.
Oh, good.
Can I turn on dead on this thing?
You can try.
I shall try.
Okay. Ba-da-dum-bum, bum, bum. It does not seem to have any effect, which makes you believe that it is not classified as undead.
But it's made out of flesh scraps and armor.
Yeah, it'll be a fucking aberration or a monstrosity, probably, if it's not undead.
Well, at least now we know that doesn't work. I will take that as a learning opportunity.
Alright. Is there anything else you want to do?
Can I move my spiritual weapon?
Yes.
I can't see it, so I need to...
There's so much going on.
No, I just wanted the weapon, not me. It'll let me move me.
Yeah, I think it has you both selected.
No, it didn't do the thing. Oh.
It moved
progress. Small amounts of progress.
Alright, so yeah, I believe you can move it 20 feet.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see where everything is. Can you...
It's currently behind you now.
Okay. Then I'll put my bonk stick there and move back and down the stairs a couple of steps.
Okay.
For my movement and hit it in the head.
Yep. Hits.
So that's 1d8 plus my spellcasting modifier. I'm hoping that did that automatically.
Is it plus your spell casting modifier?
It is plus my spellcasting modifier is what it says on the...
Is it just rolled the 1d8? Alright, so what's your spellcasting modifier?
Plus 5.
That'd be 12. Okay.
And it counts as force damage.
Yep. So it put another little dent into it.
Oh.
Not quite as much as you think it should, but... Anything else?
I have moved mildly out of the way, so people that I think can help more are there.
Mm-hmm.
And I've used up my actions, so that's it.
All right, give me a second here. Take care of something. All right. So I realized that really the only member of your party that can help y'all here isn't here.
Good.
Prue's just gonna have to forgive me. Because y'all need this help. Something fierce. So, Z is going to take 2 sharpshooter shots. Okay, so that's 19 and
it's -5 to +10, I think. So it's
oh yeah. So
24 and then 11.
11. Yeah. So the first one hits. So 20 points. And her weapons are considered magical.
Ah.
Yeah, that's why. I was like, I better give y'all that helping hand. All right, so Z's arrow finds its mark and it seems to hurt a bit. And that is Z's turn. Sandfire, as you are downstairs, the creature that is dangling from the air starts to pull itself up the chain.
So it wants to go help its buddy.
Right. And yes, that's its turn. Artem.
A dodge action, I guess, because I can't do fuck all. So.
Okay. All right. Baylor.
Yeah, if I still got this guy, I'm gonna chuck him over the edge.
Okay. So you start pulling him up, and it's kind of a struggle. And you take him forward 5 feet, and as you do, another helmeted head breaks the surface of the water. You pull him another 5 foot, and the entire body of the other one comes out of the well. And yeah, so I will move you there. I need to move that. You there, and then it's difficult. So many things going on here. There. So that's the current situation, and you have 5 more foot of movement. So roll me an athletics check with advantage to attempt to heave this thing over the edge.
Okay.
You have your bardic.
I'm so going to use that. It's 1d8, isn't it?
Yes.
No, 17.
Yeah.
All right. So you manage to heave this thing over the edge of this railing. Actually, need to do another thing. Okay, so here's how this plays out. So you throw the first one over the edge of the railing, which pulls this one. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
$14.
Okay. So as this one flows over, the other one gets pulled by the chain, and basically you are now pinned between this railing and the other Tomb Guardian. And the first one is hanging down over the edge of the balcony by about 10 feet. So, is there anything else you would like to do? Because you still have another half of your attack action. You want to try to heave this one over?
I don't know, because I think that my initial thought is leaving them both in limbo, like that. So one's hanging off the edge, and then one's still sort of in the thing, in the pool. So I think for now, I'm happy keeping them where they are.
Okay. All right. All right. Do you want to then use the other half to attempt? Because essentially you're almost like grappled by this new one. So do you want to try to roll an opposed athletics check to kind of break free and be able to not be stuck between him and the railing?
Yeah, that would be preferable. That would be preferable.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll me an athletics check with advantage.
17 again, my goodness.
Oh.
Nope. Nope.
So you're currently considered grappled by the secondary
Perfect. Love it.
Tomb Guardian. All right, and that ends your turn, unless you have any bonus actions that you want to do.
I will double check, but I don't think. No.
Okay. Sandfire.
Sandfire is going to run up the stairs. 5, 10, 15, 20. Places a hand around Baylor's leg and casts Freedom of Movement.
Okay.
Which means that Baylor can escape next turn without having issue.
Okay.
And then 5, 10. And
how much movement do you have?
I have 30 foot.
Okay.
I have a feet that gives me extra 5 because I kept getting confused that I only had 25 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, it seems like a lot of movement. All right, cool. Anything else?
Fucking shoot him, Zadie, please. No, give Zadie Bardic.
Okay. All right. So the one dangling over the edge begins to pull himself up the chain, and then I'll roll a strength check, but I'm pretty sure he can. Yeah. And then grabs onto the railing and will attempt to climb over. But that is his action for this turn. Ilhak. So there's a guardian in the same space as Baylor, basically, and a guardian that has now climbed up onto the railing here beside you. I guess I should move your bonk stick back here.
I am thinking because it's not undead.
Go ahead and roll me a nature check.
Yes, boss.
Okay.
I know nothing. It is mystifying my brain.
How is this not undead?
How the fuck is it not? It can't breathe. It is fleshy. It is nasty. I just don't want any part of it. I'm going to use Guiding Bolt and hope that that does some...
Okay.
Wait,
which
no,
one?
wrong order. Bonk Stick first, then Guiding Bolt.
Okay, so Bonk Stick on the one that's in the same space as Baylor. Guiding Bolt on which one?
So one of them is trying to climb up, the other one is...
So, yes, there's one in the same space as Baylor that basically has Baylor pinned against the railing. Then the other one was thrown over the edge, but is now climbing back up and is not standing on anything, but he's pulling himself up over this railing to get back onto the balcony.
Okay. So, Bonk Stick, the one that's dangling off the balcony. Guiding Bolt on the one that is attacking Baylor.
Alright,
or
so
grappling Baylor.
You're going to move your Bonk Stick out here into free space and beat the one that's hanging. Okay, so roll your attack for the Bonk Stick.
There's always a little delay that makes me think it hasn't rolled yet.
That hits. Go ahead, roll the damage.
Sorry, I have to...
You can just click on the spiritual weapon thing and roll 20 and it'll roll the damage.
I did, but it don't do it. Hey, proper damage.
13. So, alright.
It's another small, tiny dent.
Yes. And I'm just going to move Baylor for a minute so I can grab this other token. Alright, so now that y'all have them both... What the hell happened? Okay. Some math. Now that y'all have them both visible... Oh, I realize what happened. I unhid the wrong token. Okay. Me. Back to the jam layer, get it the hell out of here, and replace it with the proper token. So, now that y'all have them both visible, y'all realize that this other being that is chained to this first one also seems to be taking damage.
Oh, so they're connected. Weirdly.
Yep. Right, so you wanted to Guiding Bolt the other one?
Sure, apparently they're connected, but yeah, I'll Guiding Bolt the one that's actually on a friend.
Okay. Nice.
Wow! Wow!
Nice.
Hell
okay,
yeah.
so that's 23. What's half of 23?
Not to be that guy, and I'm really sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't Tash at disadvantage?
Am I?
Within 5 feet of another creature and it's a ranged spell attack.
I can roll again.
Kind of difficult because one's hanging off an edge and one's in a doorway.
It's weird. Like, so
weird.
yeah, it's weird because it's also semi-restraining Baylor, but Baylor is semi-restraining it. So I'm just letting a straight roll happen.
Half of 26 is 13, by the way.
No, half of 23.
Half of 23
is 11. So 12 to this one and 11 to the other. Okay. Cool. And the one that is currently holding Baylor, the next attack against it has advantage. Anything else, Ilhak?
I am going to move
Okay. Where are you moving to?
I have moved.
I don't see you. Are you currently inside of Baylor's space? Oh, I see. You're under the Tomb Guardian. Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize I was moving under. I'm sorry. I can't fully see what's going on.
Yeah, I couldn't see where you moved to. That's all.
I'll go next to Zadie.
Yeah, that's probably better.
I don't really want to make friendly with the Tomb Guardian.
All right. Cool. So it is Z's turn. Seeing the familiar glow against the one that has Baylor, she's going to pepper it with 2 arrows with sharpshooter. She has advantage on the first one. Okay, well, she'll hit with the second one.
She does have Bardic.
Yeah, but I don't think that the Bardic would help. Well, maybe. Hold on. So 12. Yeah. We'll let her roll. It's 1d8, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one will hit too.
Yeah, boy.
All right. For 23 points each, so they'll each take 13, because that's just easier. They get split anyway. All right. Cool. And they're looking kind of hurt. Don't really want to use up too many of her resetting features, so I'm not going to action search. All right. That's her turn. The Tomb Guardian holding Baylor. Neve, can you post up freedom of movement for me, please?
Indeed.
Okay. All right. So, here's what I need from Baylor. I need an opposed athletics check against this Tomb Guardian, because he's going to attempt to shove you over the edge.
You have advantage because
You have
of
advantage
rage?
because, yeah.
Oh, still cool.
Cool. So, yes.
Bam.
He attempts to shove you over the edge of this railing, and you're like, nope. So then he's just going to punch you.
Oh, it's not nice, is it? Well, that hits.
Yeah, so 15 points of bludgeoning damage. All right.
Well, better than however long that drop is, right?
Yeah. Artem.
I guess I'm just going to move out of the way.
Okay.
I'm just going to take the dodge action because I can't actually do anything. So,
I mean, you could have tried to push the guy off the ledge.
but I mean, if he's immune to all non-magical damage, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't actually help. So there's no sense in me doing anything. I might as well just keep myself safe.
Okay, fair enough. Baylor. So with freedom of movement, 5 feet of your movement will allow you to become unrestrained by this guy and basically step out into one of the other spaces.
Yeah, so I probably want to do that.
Okay, so on the stairs or onto the balcony?
I think the balcony, because I don't want to be at any sort of disadvantage with the stairs going down sort of thing.
Fair enough.
And I suppose we're just chucking them over, right?
It's up to you. What do you want to do? So this guy has climbed up. He's grabbed onto the railing, so he's no longer falling.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck him over.
Okay. roll an opposed athletics check to try to grapple him.
19.
Okay, cool. Now try again to shove him over the edge. Yeah. You have him grappled, but he is not going over that edge.
Yeah, he ain't going that easy.
No.
That's me then. That's me.
Yeah.
Me done.
Okay, cool. Sandfire.
Sandfire raises her hand in the familiar way, and 6 dots appear throughout her fingers, and she's going to cast a magic missile at the one hanging off the edge, hoping that if I do enough damage, it may let go.
Okay. So that one there. Go ahead and roll your damage. 26.
That's a lot of force.
Okay. Except he splits it with his buddy. So both of these things are starting to look like significantly more beat up than when you first saw them. But they're both still standing. Is that you done?
That's me.
Okay. So. Okay. Okay. So I think it is going to get back over on the balcony, step forward, and make 2 slams against Sandfire. 10 does not hit, but does a 19?
19 does.
Okay, you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
Alright, Ilhek. You're muted.
Sorry about that. I'm going to do the same thing as last time, bonk it, and then do guiding bolt, because those two are doing things.
Okay. Are you gonna do the same target or different targets, or?
Does it matter considering?
Yes, because the one that you do the guiding bolt on is going to get advantage against it, and I'm just trying to figure out who has what where.
Okay.
And in what order you're doing them?
The thing is, Zadie can't shoot through us.
Yes, she can.
Well, excuse me then.
Yeah, Zadie has sharpshooter. She can literally shoot through anything that isn't a solid wall.
God damn it. That doesn't make my decision easier. I'm going to guiding bolt the one in front of Sandfire, because Sandfire is going to go down a lot quicker than Baylor would.
Okay. And you're going to move the bonk stick and hit the one that's with Baylor?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so.
I'll roll the rolls.
Yep. Okay, that does not hit. So the bonk stick does not hit.
God damn it, Bonksting. You fucking failed me. Sure, I'll do that at 3rd level this time.
That doesn't hit either.
God fucking... I tried.
You tried.
Everyone's patience, apparently. But...
Okay, so that is Ilhek's turn. Unless you want to move away some more. So Z obviously will shoot the one that's attacking Sandfire. Safe shots. Probably, I think she wouldn't sharpshooter just to try to make sure that she hit. Both of those will hit. So, 15, 9, and 8. Okay. I'm not going to use up her action surge. Alright, so now it is the one that is grappled by Baylor's turn. It is going to just make 2 slam attacks against Baylor with disadvantage. Oh, thank goodness for disadvantage, bro. I mean, a 21 still hits you, but it's not a crit. And a nat 1 isn't a crit also, because there could have been 2 crits. So 14 points of bludgeoning damage from the one attack that hits you.
That could have been so much worse.
That could have, like, the damage total, if that would have been both of those crits, would have been 53 points of damage.
Ooh.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I'd have been okay just.
but yeah.
Very much half it because you're raging.
Yes. Are you halving your damage?
No.
You should be halving it. You're a barbarian, man.
Wait a minute.
You're raging. You take half damage.
I was thinking that, but I was like, I don't want to say anything.
That's what
just
rage
in
is
case.
for, dude.
Yo, someone help me out.
That includes halving damage from, like, magical damage, right? Magical
Homie,
weapons.
I just helped you out. Yeah, because it's typed. It's bludgeoning, slashing, piercing. It doesn't matter if it's magical or not.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, so, yeah. Probably you should have been having your other damages too. So I'd say you probably add another 15 points.
Kirk, I've got nothing to do this fight, so I'll just go add the maths up, and that's what I'll do while this is going on. So dodge action, carry on. I'll work it out.
Cool.
Thanks, bro.
Baylor.
Look at me now to play my class.
It is your turn, Baylor.
Fuck. Okay. God damn it. These guys.
If these things bled, man, they would be heavily bloodied.
But I've still got this one grappled, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna chuck him off.
Okay. Roll an athletics check with advantage.
Just use both of them and see how they like the floor.
18.
Okay. Cool. So I will make save to see. All right. Cool.
You know, you're likely just delaying the problem, right?
So you heave this guy over, right? And he falls all the way until the chain swings him down, and he is now hanging 15 feet down below. And the other Tomb Guardian jerks a bit, but isn't pulled over. So, yeah. Anything else you want to do?
Probably run and grab the other guy, to be honest.
Okay. So, you want to do a grapple? Wow. He rolled a nat 20 and still gets grappled. Eh? Okay, you have him grappled, but you don't have enough actions left to try to heave him over.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just hold him.
Okay.
I've whispered at you, Rob, the damage that you meant to take.
Thanks, bud.
Okay. Sandfire, it is your turn. Baylor has it grappled, but you are still within its threat range.
Oh no.
So you have advantage if you make a melee attack Yeah. If you make a spell attack, though, it's a disadvantage unless it's a melee touch attack. In which case,
or if it's just one that rolls a save, like Magic Missile.
Yeah.
I'm gonna again grab Artem's ankle. And
Artem's nowhere near you.
You can grab Artem. Artem's miles away.
Oh, no,
Baylor's the one that has it grappled.
Sorry, I'm gonna grab Baylor, and I'm gonna cast Enlarge. I'm gonna check the rolling Enlarge just because I realised.
I'm pretty sure if there's not enough space for them to enlarge, it fails.
Yeah, hang on.
Give us Big Kitty.
Yeah, because you change the size classification with Enlarge, which means that you'd be 10 by 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, doesn't matter. I'm not doing that then.
God damn it.
Also, like concentration as well, he'd lose freedom of movement, which I think is better for him.
Yeah, true.
Just fucking disengage and you run away.
Yeah, I'm just my disengage action. Fuck this. Fuck. I'm just gonna stand at the bottom of the stairs.
So you can, like, if you want to move further, those 4 blocks ahead of you are still technically, it's flat ground on the lower level.
Oh, these ones. I like these ones. These ones, like.
Yeah. And I'll just consider you on the floor 10, below.
15, 20. And then I'll. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. All right. So with no one else, actually, I need to do a thing. Okay. So with no one else around him, how smart are these things? Not. Okay. Cool. It's just going to make 2 slam attacks against Baylor with disadvantage. A 9 and a 16. Neither will hit. Okay. Ilhek.
Would Zadie be able to hit the one that's dangling?
Yes.
Oh god. Sorry, I have to count range. Give me a sec. Because I want to figure out how far mass healing word, or not mass. God, what's it called? Yes, mass healing word. 60 feet. Okay.
Everybody's well within 60 feet of you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can get both Baylor and Sapphire in the same one, which I can.
Yeah. Like literally everybody here is within 60 feet of you.
I will do mass healing word on, well, us as a group. But the only people actually benefiting from it are Baylor and Sapphire.
Cool. So, Baylor, Sandfire, y'all both heal 14 points.
And then I'm going to move my bonk stick.
Is mass healing word a bonus action?
I thought it was.
I believe so. Mass healing word's a bonus action. Mass cure wins as an action, I'm pretty sure.
Holy crap. Why is everything I've got a bonus action? Yeah, it is.
So you can't use the bonk stick this turn.
Bastard. Oh, that ruined my plan. That's it.
All right.
Shall do no more.
All right. I think now that Sandfire's out of danger, we'll just take 2 sharpshooters at the one that Baylor is trying to throw over the edge. Neither one of those are going to hit. Right. Mr. Dangly Guy is going to, again, climb the chain that he is dangling from until he gets to the balcony, and then hold on and pull himself over. But that is his turn. Artem, dodge action again. I'm going to assume that's yes.
Yep.
Okay. Baylor. Just so y'all know, guys, I can't see y'all because I have Z's character sheet open right now, so like the cams are all covered, so I need audio.
Good.
Okay, so Baylor, it's your turn.
Yeah, I don't know what to do, man, because I just keep getting up. So, and I assume it's just Zadie that's been able to damage them, right?
And Ilhak and Sandfire.
Oh, okay.
It's
just one in particular, though, isn't it?
No, they're both taking damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they both look really beat the hell up. So basically, while you're not accomplishing anything damage-wise, you're keeping them engaged and stopping them from making attacks against other people, while the rest of your party beats the shit out of them. So, I mean, because like every time you throw one over, it has to spend its whole turn climbing back up.
Yeah, I'll just do old reliable then. Like, yeah, just
chuck them over.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Athletics check.
If it's working. 19. Oh no.
You have another attempt because he started.
Well, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, hunk him over this time. So he flings over and swings down, and now I need to make a strength save for the other one to make sure he doesn't get pulled over by the weight. He's fine. Do you want to move forward 5 foot? I don't know.
I might as well. Be all up in them.
This is your new weightlifting exercise.
Yeah.
Muscle Beach? No, Tomb of Annihilation. Alright, cool.
It's, don't lift with your back.
So that's Baylor done. Sandfire.
Sandfire also does Old Rival and casts Magic Missile.
Ooh.
But casts 5 of them instead.
At?
3rd level.
At which one?
Oh, sorry. The one that is
on the stairs?
On the stairs.
Okay. So. Okay. Is that all?
No, she's going to shout at Baylor, toss him off. Oh, Baylor. Yeah, Baylor. Toss him off, Baylor. And then realizes what she says and goes, oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So.
Would they have left that attached? Is there just a loin guard nailed across it?
There's just multiple of them. They couldn't decide which one.
Oh, God.
So, the guy who is now currently dangling off of the edge is going to spend his turn climbing up.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, we're going to just work our way down the stairs. Ilhak.
Okay, back to plan number 1. Bonus action, spiritual weapon, then action guiding bolt.
Okay. Which one first?
I'm gonna bunk this dude.
Okay. The guy in the front by Baylor?
No.
In the back?
The guy in the front by Baylor is gonna get guiding bolt.
Okay. So, alright, 23 hits the guy in the back.
Sorry. I feel like a grandmother again. How do you work this newfangled iPad?
Okay.
Okay, good roll though. And
Hits.
why did it not? Okay, it. I don't know why it didn't automatically roll damage.
You can press that little highlighty bit in Flop.
So 12 points of damage. Okay. So, what does your guiding bolt look like? Tasha?
Yeah?
What does your guiding bolt look like?
I would think almost like lightning out of almost like a cloud-like thing near my hand, and then just full-on angry lightning.
Okay. All right. So you cast this guiding bolt, right? And it hurls out, and it's like a lightning bolt. And as it touches them, rather than being lightning, it disperses out into this bright, brilliant white light. And as it does, it reaches this first tomb guardian, and you see light piercing through all the bits of flesh underneath the armor until it shoots out from the eyes, and then the chain between the two of them glows in this same radiant light and does the exact same thing to the other two. Congratulations, you have beat the two chained tomb guardians.
Woo! I basically just hit them with a Sith bolt.
Okay. So, that will take us out of initiative combat.
Yeah, boy. That took a minute.
I'm guessing there's going to be more ways to look through.
But I don't really think you want to be looking.
I don't think we want to, no, but that may be how they know things aren't right.
But
also, if they are told by Asarak or Sarak that things are broken and that they need fixing, they are just tools, just obeying the master. So.
But in positive news, they're gone now, so we can go down that corridor.
Until tomorrow at least, until the dwarves put them back.
Sorry, it's gonna be just them dragging like a Ziploc bag from the freezer, just thawing them.
It wouldn't surprise me if that's what happens. So I think if we're gonna do it, whatever we're gonna do, we need to do today. We need to do it.
Okay, go downstairs. See what is in their place, if anything. Or do we go where we think the dwarves have gone? Because that tiny room cannot contain the tomb dwarves, can it?
Yeah, but
dwarves don't concern me. There's no way they didn't see us last night.
Yeah, but getting... It is almost like being in a maze, and instead of being in a maze, you decide to take the staff exit.
Duh, but at the moment it is only pointing a floor down, so are we really gaining ground?
Do you think that there is no other secret door? I would think we should check the walls first.
This is the only secret door that I've seen.
I mean, in the room with the portal thing.
What do you mean, this one up here? Sorry, with the devil head is.
Yeah, where?
In the room where the tomb guardians.
Oh,
I'm
where
right
the
next
sorry.
to the room.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Sorry, just been stupid. Duh, maybe.
If the doors went in there and the only thing it pointed to was downstairs, that'd be a bit. Well.
Can I just make a thorough investigation of all of this
Sure.
and see if I can find the door? Like, I'll take my time doing it.
Yep, and you can do it with advantage. An investigation or perception, I don't care. Ooh.
23.
There's indeed another secret door opposite the first one. And
Stinks Ilhak. Here is another.
You notice that there's a loose tooth on one of the skull carvings in the wall.
You can notice that Ilhak, who was initially like, you don't raid tombs, is becoming slowly influenced by Zadie. Very slowly.
Cool. I'll interact with the tooth however I need to interact with it. Pull it out, push it in, turn it around, do the hokey pokey.
Let me just move you for a moment so I can
delete me accidentally.
Yeah.
It calls you a massive phallus though.
I'm a DM. I've been there before.
Cool. Alright. So let me read you some grey text.
Oh boy.
3 archways overlook a circular chamber where a spiral staircase descends into darkness. Staircase walls are lined with unlit torches in iron sconces and set with niches containing moldering humanoid skulls and bones. Obviously there's a pathway up to the north and a pathway to the west.
And then there's the stairs that go south.
Yes. Well, that was the description was for the staircase.
So I guess this is where our predecessors. Well, they are the yellow people. They are still lying about. I wonder why they haven't cleaned those up.
Right. Elhack, Baylor, y'all want to head in there?
Yeah.
Cool. And now that y'all have unlocked a new secret thing on level 2, we're going to go ahead and end the session tonight.
Oh crap.
And find out what is going on here next week. Go ahead and move us back to the main screen there, and go ahead and do some outros, because I mean that's what we do, right? So let's go ahead and start with, oh man, all these games are in such the wrong order. Let's start with the person who's currently sitting in the top spot there. Burrito, who are you? Where can we find you? And what'd you think about tonight's session?
Well, I'm Burrito. You can find me here, and sometimes I'm part of the crew of the Undying Star, apparently, on the Undead Gamers channel / Singularity Josh's channel, when we decide to play Sea of Thieves. What I thought of today, I think killing those two, it took a while. It took a very long while. Other than that, I'm happy we found some secrets. I find the doors very interesting. I know not everyone might agree, but I like the idea that they are just staffers who are very exhausted with idiots who are coming in here. It just feels very personal. Like, I've worked after sales before, and it's like, God damn it, I have to clean up again. I feel them. They are dead inside, and so was I. But yeah, I'm enjoying myself. It's all good.
Cool. Neve.
I exists basically on here and on the Discord, and that's about it. You can't really find me anywhere, but I do have a good news story. A American man from New York, in fact, who is an internet meme artist called Quentin Quarantino, raised $6 million to help Afghans escape Afghanistan if required in a single day.
Oh yeah,
Jesus Christ.
$6 million, which is insane.
yeah.
I'm enjoying Tomb. I'm just very concerned we're going into a corridor full of we don't know how many people, and they're not alive, and this is going to go badly, I think.
Not alive is less of a problem than those flesh twins.
True, but if there's like 24 of them, we've got problems.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's me basically.
All right. Next in what it would normally be the Undead Gamer spot, Josh, who are you? Where can we find you? What did you think of tonight's session?
Yo, I'm Singularity Josh. You can find me everywhere on the internet, Singularity Josh. If you like minis, I'm currently painting Imperial Guard, so you can follow me on Instagram at Singularity Paints. I had a mixed bag this session. It's no fun to sit there for 40 minutes being able to literally do nothing. D&D, what you gonna do? Love you, Watsy. But got to do some cool little exploration-y trappy things, which is fun. Got to see some cool little extras that we might have otherwise missed. Yeah, not bad.
And Rob, who are you? Where can we find you? And what do you think of tonight's session?
Hello. Once again, more intrigue, more wow. Just cool encounters. It's nice to be able to do something a bit different sometimes, which I've said all the way through this campaign. Occasionally there's, we're just going to beat the shit out of it and it's going to work and it's been great. Then other times it's just like, oh, that don't quite work. So you got to think outside the box a bit. So that was cool. That was cool. So good session. You can find me on the internet at The Undead Gamer, gamer without the E. That's on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also find me streaming occasionally on twitch.tv/The Undead Gamer, where we'd play a lot of Sea of Thieves at the moment. Also doing a playthrough of Thronebreaker, and doing the odd crafting stream as well recently. So stay tuned for that business. And also go listen to our monthly podcast, The Undead Gaming Cast, which there'll be a new episode going out live on the interwebs this Tuesday, I believe.
Nice.
Yes. So stay tuned for that. We'll probably be talking about stuff that's been happening this month in gaming. I'm sure there's stuff. There was like a 2-page fucking patch for Cyberpunk 2077, which I feel we need to talk about. So, yeah, stay tuned for that.
So Prue couldn't be here tonight, unfortunately, but she'll be back next week, and then she can plug herself. She enjoyed tonight's session because she, sharpshootered stuff. I really hope she doesn't watch this episode. I am Kirk at Celtic Cajun. You can find me on Twitter at Celtic Cajun. The only thing you're really going to see is updates on when we're going live, when the videos get uploaded to YouTube, and if any cancellations or anything of that nature. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good weekend, a good week. Take care of yourselves. I love you. Bye.